Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing one of the topic that is city creation. City creation basically the topic basically which we are discussing that is India account. In India account basically we are discussing one topic that is SBI account, Amazon account. After 2 days basically the big earthquake is going to come to India. So that topic actually is ongoing. In this basically we are talking about one topic that is lava. One person told that lava actually kya hai? Basically we are not able to get actually what is lava. So that basically in simple language basically we have explained in the previous video, then also basically little bit basically one person told that basically 1 lakh project basically is ongoing in Mumbai. 1 lakh companies basically are doing the project. In that basically they are doing 10 crore projects. From 10 crore projects basically they are going to generate 100 crore child and their human needs and their ideas, the ideas basically which they are going to generate. So this is actually what basically future and bigger level stuff basically. Bigger level means future level basically. But here one of the person told that assume that basically one person basically is a rich person, because this type of thing only rich people basically can do. The poor person basically have to go with the normal thing basically. So if we will take about one example that is the rich person basically. One rich person basically have two son and two girls basically. Two daughter basically you can say. So he told that I want to create their future basically. So when he was child, when the child basically was just taken as a birth basically. So see the dangerous thing basically which I am going to discuss. He told that basically just now basically he got the birth. So he told that his energy basically is supposed to be like this, like this. He actually designed his entire ideas and entire energies basically, which he that child, small child, basically just taken as a birth. So this is actually error or what basically that we are going to check. So he told you this idea actually was error or basically this was correct basically. That actually we are checking. Few people tells that this is basically correct. Few people says that because if anything basically is getting implemented with the government permission, that means there might be something basically. Otherwise, basically the government will not give the approval. So that actually stuff basically. So one of the child basically he told that this is my child. Just now basically he got the birth and he is going to get the energy when basically his age will be from between 0 to 10, then 10 to 20, 21 to 22, 23. Like this he basically segregated his energy. So whenever basically his age is going to between 0 to 10 age, he is going to get that child basically is going to get energy from that areas. So he told that this is the around 17 cities basically which is I have created basically in that is basically investment basically for my child basically. So he told that okay basically. So this is the 17 cities basically which is created, which is going to generate 0 to 10 age energy. So whenever basically he's going to cross one age, when his age is 2, when age is 3, 4, 5, like this basically up to 10 age basically when he's going to become basically his age basically will become 10 basically. Up to that level basically these cities basically are going to give, that is the 17 cities which is going to give the energies with the approval of government. Why? Because government want investment. So they told them basically, okay, you can create the city basically. We want investment only basically. So that child basically connected with that 17 cities. See the chaining system basically. Now basically he started getting problem basically. Started getting problem means he basically started getting disease. His weight basically getting increased. His eye was getting problem. His leg was getting problem. His head was getting problem. So each and every problem basically started. So doctor basically know that basically because he was a rich person, so his doctor also was basically very rich, high-fi profile basically you can say. This is called high-fi profile. High-fi means rich people basically child basically are like this. and one normal person basically, that basically a normal person. So here basically that doctor basically taken his report and he told that basically these are the problem in that area. There basically are this problem due to this area basically the his age his weight is increasing. Due to this area basically his eye is getting problem. Due to this area basically his head is getting problem. Due to that area this each and everything basically started. Then he told that basically what is the solution basically. So because 0 to 10 age basically are basically you can say each and every basic of the education basically. So he told that you can't basically finish that entire city basically. So you have to repair the thing basically. So he started repairing. Then basically he told that basically few things basically has repaired, but few things basically are not getting repaired basically. So doctor basically given the told that basically because if this will not get repaired, then basically this will convert to the operation basically. Because if the stuff basically are getting process, this is getting increase, plus, it converts to body parts damage, body parts damage. So in future, basically, he have to do some certain level of operation if this is not getting repaired. So he told that basically finish that particular area, but if you are finishing that area, that exact area's copy basically somebody have basically. Then he told that basically, yes, basically, I am getting the energy from that area. So you can take little bit energy from that area for temporary. Then basically we will finish that area and then we will repair again. We will create that area again. And after that, whatever data basically you have given, this is the perfect data. According to that, basically is whatever disease was there basically, it will get disappear. So he told that basically, okay, temporary basically I am allocating your energy basically, which is getting to the you basically, and I am going to transfer that energy to your son. So he told that okay basically. So temporary he basically first allocated the energy of that particular child. That is basically this many parts of energy. Here the two basically parts basically was there. One basically he was getting energy, special energy, and he was also getting his father's energy. Because like this way only the world basically is connected. Like this way only the world has created. Like this way only the rich people data basically are connected. Normal people limits. Normal people basically gets from here. Basically. Whatever basically power company say that भाई हम तेरे को ये दे रहे ले ले हम तेरे को ये दे रहे ले ले. That means ले ले whatever basically they ले ले. So that here basically it's not like ले ले. They basically creates their energy. Why? Because they have the power. They have the money basically. So they basically can take any type of energy basically. So he told that basically, okay, take data basically from because this is connecting to lava data basically. It's connecting to lava data, and here basically one of the person basically asked the question: this way basically creation is correct or no, or basically is this something basically some checking is ongoing because lots of people say that ये तो बहुत अमीर है यार basically, but that time basically see the risk factors see basically up to what level they are taking the risk. So here basically they told that okay basically you are basically allocating my data to that particular child. So for a certain level time basically he was getting energy from that his father's data. Then basically that area was finished. How they finished that basically don't know that basically we are not going to that basically. They finished the data. Few people says that something basically happened, this, that, each and every war, basically this, that, basically each and everything, basically earthquake, basically tsunami, whatever. Things basically from that area basically that was finished. So he told that that area basically is finished. Now basically recreation data basically that doctor has given that basically this is the perfect energy for this particular area. So he given the energy and then basically he told the patient now basically he's getting the perfect energy basically from that cities. His disease is finished basically. His disease basically is finished. So doctor told that now basically is fine basically. Now next level checking basically started. Same thing basically applied. That much area finished. Because If data is getting process, because data are processing, blood cells are processing, time basically is increasing, the blood cells is getting processed. So this will convert to operation basically. And operation means it's a very dangerous thing. Because data are processing. In that processing, the complication will increase more basically. But that was the rich people basically. But what about the poor people? Basically? They have to do the operation basically. They have to do the operation. Let basically they will say that le le ye le le ye le le ye le 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 le. In this lele basically, he converted into operation basically. Because he is not rich basically. The normal person basically are not rich. They don't have money basically. But here it was about the rich people basically, the Amir people, the powerful people basically. They finished that area and they basically created the again new blood cells basically, which was told by the doctors group basically. And doctor told that basically you take this energy, your disease will get end basically. So he taken that energy and disease really got end. Why? Because he was a rich person basically. His ideas basically was connecting to the very rich. So the rich people basically their child, their future generation, they are connecting to these particular areas basically will not able to believe that basically that is that area from where basically that particular child is getting energy basically. And he got some problem, he finished that area and he recreated. Why? Because he have money basically, money power. But normal person like me, if he is getting some problem basically he is going to get something basically. No basically. Why? Because he have to do the operation basically. Let basically have the process, let basically he get the disease, let basically him die basically. Up to that level piece doctors basically say the nuclear power energy also take up to that level. Why? Because he is not rich. If one disease basically happen to the rich person basically, see his power basically, see his power. So one person told that this data finish basically can be do basically how basically that basically we have already discussed how basically that area basically gets finished. So one person told that rich people basically are rich, they can create their own ideas, own energies, own thinking ways. For example, he is a big rich person basically, so his management skill to handle the company basically it is coming from that area basically, which is created by his father. His father told the energy department basically give him this type of thinking. That is the next level management thinking basically, which is connecting to the MBA also. Because MBA groups are going to come out from the MBA and they are going to join where basically they are going to join in these rich people companies. So this everything data basically are connected with that MBA. So see the chaining system you see basically. So one person told that yeah basically we never saw like this chaining basically system. So rich people are telling that basically we are also connected with the MBA. Why? Because these MBA people basically are going to come out from the MBA. They are going to join us only basically. So how dangerous thing basically rich people energies are, and up to what level they are connected basically. That also you see. Basically. Rich people energies are connected up to what level that you see basically. Rich people, poor people basically can't do anything. I'm talking about the rich people basically. That area data basically are coming for that particular child basically, and he got some disease. So he told that basically repair that area. He's not getting repaired, then basically finish that area and recreate that particular area. So he recreated basically, and he basically got out from that disease basically. Why? Because he was rich. So in this rich basically People basically can do anything. In Bollywood also basically it's like that. Rich means rich people. It can be Bollywood, it can be businessman, it can be anybody basically. It can be any management group, it can be political people, it can be any people's rich. Because rich can be anyone, no, basically. Rich means what basically? Rich means money basically, paisa, rupees, gold, diamond. These all are rich people basically. If you have gold, if you have diamond, if you have big bank balance in bank, you are rich basically. But if you don't have anything, that means you are poor basically. So poor people basically can't do anything. Poor people basically have to get disease and then basically they have to die. Why? Because they don't have anything. Basically. So one of the person told that the MBA basically groups that are the education groups, each and every institute basically which gets open in here basically I'm in India, so I'm talking about the India. If I would be in Singapore, then I would be talking about the Singapore. So here one person told that any institute basically gets starts in India. For example, MBA institute basically started by one of the private small firm basically because they were very educated, they were very powerful educated basically. So they told that basically somebody given him advice basically that you start your own education center that is the MBA. But he told that basically money basically don't have. Don't worry basically I will invest the money basically. You start basically. So that education sector also basically is connecting to that rich people basically. So everywhere basically each and everything basically gets connects. That is to rich. E Clark's company, his next generation. He basically sets the next generation. If he know that basically this everything like which just now basically I discussed. So he basically sets the ideas for his next generation. Only rich people basically can do basically this. So one of the person told that uh, rich people means what basically? Rich people means they have to manage the entire company in their way basically. And the way is basically what? That is coming from that particular city. And that ways basically are connected directly with that education sectors. So you can just imagine basically up to what level the stuffs basically are connected basically. So lava basically was very upper level basically, very high tech. And this is the lower level that is the earth planet level, which is basically the current generation group basically they are having the energy. So one person basically got the disease. So doctor basically are not able to clear that disease. So he told them basically clear that area with it. But that are rich people, powerful people basically. They basically try to repair. But in repair basically the process basically was happening in the blood cells. That also is waiting process. So process basically happening. There also process happening. It was not matching basically. So few people told that basically we will repair that area. Then basically we will send the data. We will repair that area. We will send the data. We will repair, send, repair, send, repair, send. But that's very dangerous basically. So he told that take energy basically from my data. Then basically he told that basically we will finish that particular area and then basically the disease was finished. But that were rich people basically. So here basically what we are discussing. Here we are discussing lava data, which is getting created by the software companies that are 1 lakh companies basically who are creating 10 crore projects. From that 10 crore projects, basically the 100 crore child is going to generate. So one person basically asked the question: the people who basically are doing this stuff, this type of task, basically taking special energies, basically they basically know might be 100% knowing about this lava data because they have changed the MBA energies, right? Basically, that means they are connected with the lava data also. That means there is no error. Basically. So one person told that there is basically error or there is no error. Basically. That is also question basically, because it is going to affect that child only basically. They are going to get few disease, this disease, that disease, but that will get effect basically. So he told that basically need to check basically whether their city's energy, and which basically their energy, and the MBA education energy, and whatever department basically they are into, they are basically whatever business basically they are into, their data basically are matching with them or not basically, that basically need to check, because they are getting, if they are getting some ideas, right? So that idea basically might be in the MBA book also, without MBA book, or basically it is like that basically the MBA basically we do. After that basically when we enters into the company, we have to forgive MBA. Few people says that also, but few people says we keeps the education sector also with us. So that is also thing basically. So that is also thing basically. So one person told that this is actually error, or this is a perfect creation, because this way only the rich people basically gets handles their future generation, and their hand, they also have been handled like this way only. Lots of people says that this is correct. Why? Because they have taken each and every sectors, each and every data into that basically. But few people says that basically that need to check here basically, because that particular area means what basically, one city is there, one city is basically connected with the around 10 kilometers or 18 kilometers area. Just taking as example, in really basically it might be uh, 70 kilometers, 80 kilometers. So here basically I'm taking just simple small city example. So that connected to 18 kilometer. In that he told that basically 2 kilometer area basically that was giving problem. They tried to repair, it was not able to repair. They finished that area only. Recreated. Till the recreation basically that energy basically which he was getting. Same exact energy basically where he might be finding basically. So he mapped his energy to that particular cities, from where that father basically was getting energy. So he repaired it, and then basically again basically is mapped through his son's data basically. That was that city basically which he has created specially for his son basically. That is the 18 cities. Like this basically he have another child. Then basically he got daughters, two daughters basically he got for their them also basically he created few cities. So like this basically the one person basically told the question basically, the cities basically which are created, how many cities are basically mapped with the rich people energy, and then basically map with that lava data basically everything is goes basically going fine, or basically is there any error basically. So that is very dangerous thing basically which has not checked basically, and this is going to connect to big disease basically for rich people basically, but normal person basically, normal people basically what this, normal people basically got one disease, process the people doctor basically will say that, मारने दे. Energy people will say that by over energy dalo, over energy dalo. Let him die. Why? Because he is poor person basically. He is not rich. But rich people, they basically clear that areas, recreate the areas. Their disease basically has gone basically. Why? Because they are rich people. So one person basically asked the question. The world basically is created that way, this way only. So one person basically asked the question. Whenever the basically red batik people basically, that are the red car people basically, they basically science the creation area, that city creation basically is created for this particular sun. So they know that basically this energy is basically created for this particular person. This is the family basically who is connected with that area. that area's energy, the sign basically which that red batti people basically are doing, that basically they are doing for this area and that is basically for this family, that they know up to this level. Because without knowing basically they can't sign basically, because how they are going to check the thing basically. They told that basically project management plan basically was prepared by his father only basically, but that need to check basically, that checked, and then basically they signed. So like this way, assume that basically around 1 lakh city has created for the rich people. The energy is basically getting from that areas only. So this is correct or this is wrong? That is the question basically. If anybody say that basically, "Bhai, ये गलत है," but why basically that is wrong? You are also the poor people are also getting energy from the particular area. Rich people basically are also getting energy from particular area only, na basically. But here the question is they are getting the energy to themselves only. So one of the person told that this is basically correct or basically wrong. It can't be wrong also. Why? Because the normal person basically is getting energy that are also basically getting from physical areas only. So here also basically they are getting from physical areas only. Na? But they have got some special power that they are creating their brains. So rich people, future generation and their people, basically the rich people's brains basically are basically, and the management basically which they are going to do, that is created from this 1 lakh city basically. That is created from this 1 lakh cities. So you can just imagine basically up to what level the creation has done basically. So one person told that assume that basically all rich people basically connected to few diseases and they want to recreate the particular areas. Then what is the plan basically? Because government have to listen them basically. Why? Because they have only signed that, they have only signed that this is the area basically from you are going to get the special energies. So government have to do that basically. Why? Because they have signed it. So if anybody say that basically government person will say that basically नहीं भाई ये हम नहीं कर सकते, ये मतलब गलत है, this is wrong basically. But you have signed that na basically. When it was created that time you have only signed. So if now basically if you will say that basically I can't sign, that is problem basically. This will create to entire government sector basically. So they have to sign basically. They have to repair that area. They have, if repairing basically is not happening properly, then basically finish that area and recreate the area. In that basically governments only basically do the plan. How basically they are going to repair it. So they said basically we have some option like war, we have basically some option like tsunami, this that. So that basically earthquake basically is that, but that basically affects up to what level basically. One person told that up to what level the stuff basically gets effect. If they want to finish that area, what are the ways basically which have given by the set of people to the political people? Political people basically have up to what level power basically. This connects to up to what level basically. Microsoft Bill Gates basically told that I want to create this 1 lakh conditions and 1 lakh child basically is going to happen. So he told that basically software company you can handle this condition. So he told that basically yes basically I can handle this condition. So he created few car companies, or basically he given the some contract to car companies and told that basically we want this type of energies. But here basically Bill Gates and Microsoft basically is not connected. They have told that basically you are handling the season department's data. So here basically the automobile company basically what they know that basically we are creating season data, but really basically they are creating what basically they are creating Microsoft Bill Gates one condition basically. Microsoft Bill Gates ka one condition. He told that basically I want this 1 crore. In that 1 crore, basically I have created this 1 lakh conditions. So is this everything basically is connecting to the currently basically data that is the rich people basically are getting energy from this particular area. Connection is there basically because they are also getting data from where basically from this lava data only basically from this lava. So here basically what is the thing basically what actually the thing basically which I am trying to tell basically that basically we are going to discuss in next video.